If you bought yourself a regular M5 and then added BMW's individual treatment for the styling, and then added the competition pack for added performance, you'd have yourself a fairly rapid and quite expensive, but still pretty rare executive saloon. But what if you wanted an M5 with more? Well, then you'd opt for this, the M5 Pure Metal Edition. Created by BMW South Africa, this takes all the best bits from the brochure and crams them into one exclusive package. It is the most powerful production M5 money can buy, and it only comes in one color. But it's not a matte paint job. In fact, it's nothing out of the ordinary. This is a BMW individual color, but it looks like regular silver. There really isn't anything, in fact, there's nothing at all on here that tells you from the outside that this car is a special edition, because everything you see here you could get on a regular M5. So, a stealth approach then. And by stealth, I mean an aggressive-looking sedan with huge 20-inch wheels and 4 exhaust tailpipes tacked onto the rear of its not insignificantly sized frame. The 5 Series is not a small car, and the sculpted editions of the M versions add real muscle. Strangely though, it's not overpowering. It seems to have nailed a very good balance of all its elements, so that it's neither one thing nor another. It's not a subtle-looking performance sedan, but it's not an over-the-top-looking sports car killer either. On the inside though, it definitely takes on a particular character. If you ignore this center section here with all its buttons where you can dial in varying degrees of performance, everything else about this car tells you it is a luxury saloon. It has a long list of standard features to make it as comfortable as possible. And this interior is where you'll find the most obvious clue that this car is a limited edition. Like this plaque on the dash, and no, this is not the first of 20 cars, it's just one of 20. The other bits are the front seats. The standard M5 is already blessed with some of the best seats in the business, and the Pure Metal Edition gets extra special leather with contrasting white stitching, which is also on the dash. It is a really superb interior, this, spot-on ergonomics, top-class tech, and a design that, while typically BMW, is pleasant to look at and interact with. And it's big enough to comfortably fit 5 people, which means it's not just you and a front passenger who get to enjoy the most significant bit of the Pure Metal package. The standard M5 puts out 412 kilowatts. If you bolt on the competition pack, you get 423 kilowatts. The Pure Metal Edition, 441 kilowatts from the same twin-turbo V8 motor that now puts out 700 Newton meters. Top speed has been pegged at 305 kilometers an hour, and the 0 to 100 time is 3.9 seconds, which, believe me, feels every bit as good as that sounds. Realistically though, even the standard 412 kilowatts is enough to make you grin like an idiot at the M5's acceleration. 441 kilowatts just makes that grin wider and makes it last longer. It's almost unbelievably quick, and it piles on speed with almost no effort. In fact, you have to keep an eye on the speedo to make sure you're not doing something properly illegal. I'm really not sure if that's a talent or a shortcoming of this car. On the one hand, it really is impressive that it has the performance that it does. But on the other hand, because of its size and its refinement, it blunts the sensations you expect to feel in this kind of car. If you are a BMW person who likes to get more out of the drive, you're better off opting for an M4. Fewer toys and less space, but much more in terms of feeling a real connection with the thing you're driving. And that's not to say the M5 isn't talented, because it certainly is. It has grip and surprising agility by the boatload, and it's really not scared of a challenging road. In fact, for an average driver, it's more than up to the task, and it delivers its talent with such ease that it's bordering on disdain. Those abilities are helped by the competition pack that forms part of this special edition. A lowered ride height, improved dampers and steering, and an uprated M differential all help endow the M5 Pure Metal with supreme abilities. The standard carbon ceramic brakes are also part of the magic. The BMW M5 is undoubtedly a talented car. It has all the tech and all the power to be an impressive performer. And the Pure Metal Edition is even more so. Now for the bad news. They're only making 20 and they cost 2 million rand. I know there aren't a lot of options in the super performance saloon category, but I do think that this car is one for the BMW fans only. The BMW M5 Pure Metal Edition has had its suspension lowered and its power upped to a massive 441 kilowatts, giving the saloon a 0 to 100 time quicker than a Porsche 911 Carrera GTS. It is a superb performer, but at the same time it has an ease of use and a level of comfort that's almost incongruous with its abilities. The bad news is that since filming this story, all 20 metal editions have been sold.